Hello, everybody listening to the Fair Weather Podcast. Your boy 2K Suave. I'm joined with Mr. A Rod, Mr. 2025 A Rod, Mr. Mike Bend the Cone and Swerve. Whoa, whoa, Mr. Young Gelo, Mr. G3, Mr. What's popping, everybody? What's up, A Rod?
Let's start 2025 off with a banger, man. Let's
We're
start it
gonna
off.
start 2025 swerving that bend that cone and swerve. Whoa, whoa. Tell me, all right. So if we look at, I got Spotify. I don't Apple Music. I don't know how this should be working, but uh, as of 2 hours ago, Tweaker by Jello by G3 Jello. We talk about Leangelo Ball, the other Ball brother. Is up to number 8 in streams today, behind Lady Gaga, Kendrick Lamar, and some other people. But and Bad Bunny. Oh, apparently, Bad Bunny dropped something new. That'll do it.
Pickable.
Is it good?
Pickable. I haven't listened to it yet, man. I've been working all day, so we'll check and see what it sounds like. But he's working on a project. I know Drake's in the studio too, looking all sweet with his little dollar sign fingernails and stuff.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest, bro. I heard I heard a little bit of snippets of the little freestyle that he dropped. It didn't sound bad, dog. He was spitting some bars, bro. I think I lost you again, bro.
I'm here. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
All
Would
right.
you would you hear what I said about Drake though?
No, I didn't hear. Sorry, go again.
The freestyle he just dropped.
Yeah.
I was not mad at it. I was like, it's not bad. He listen, when you down and you need to, like, really come with it. He it's not like he's a bad rapper. He's just, kind of soft, but pause.
He's not like kinda. He's like really soft. Pause.
But but when he
Came
be
at the king.
spitting though, when he be spitting, let's be honest, he be spitting sometimes. He be spitting. So I gotta give him credit for that. But you
You
know,
think he came at the king?
you think he what?
You
Came
think
on
he
my
came at
dog?
the king?
You know what? So what if he did? So what if he? I don't know why you being so damn sensitive for Drake. It's not like he denounced you and said, "Oh, I don't fuck with Drake no more." He just showed up at the pop out. He lives in L.A. What you want him to do?
Exactly.
I don't know. It's such a weird situation when it comes to this shit like that, because it's like Drake. To Drake's credit, I think he got like LeBron tatted on him or some shit. Like he really fucked with LeBron, and LeBron, be little bro in him sometimes, and I get it. I'll probably be a little, I'll be a little mad if I was Drake, but like I don't think LeBron is somebody who's trying to pick sides or some shit. He just
Yeah, he
one
just
thing I know about LeBron James, whether he knows the lyrics or not, the dude loves hip hop, dog. Like, what do you want him to do? Dog? Like, I'm a J. Cole fan. I listened to Kendrick all year. I felt bad about it for a couple of seconds, but I was like, fuck it, whatever. It's Kendrick's year. Like, shit, my bad. Yeah, I mean, Jay Z versus Nas. At first, I wasn't rocking with Ether because I was such a Jay Z fan. But deep down, I was like, man, he fucking snapped on this Ether shit. And now I listen to Ether all the time. And I'll be like, fuck Jay Z. Like, unfortunately, sometimes at the end of the day, I love hip hop. If I got a beef, like, I don't do all the beef, all the childish beef shit, but like, I don't really care if Tupac hated Biggie. I'm gonna listen to both Tupac and Biggie. Same thing with Nas and Jay Z. Same thing with Meek Mill and Drake. Like, if there's a song that I like by an artist, I'm not gonna just completely stop listening to it. So what if LeBron showed up at the pop out? Everybody was there, dog. You had to be
everyone
there. It's the
was
hottest
there.
ticket in town.
It was the hottest ticket in town for sure.
But
But yeah, I mean, I agree with you on that. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I just think Drake is soft. Drake's the kind of guy that goes to your son's basketball game and then tries to date the your son's players' moms and takes them to what was it? What did he take her to? He took her to Dodger Field and the
yeah, had
news
a
team
date.
caught her.
Ray, that's
Bro,
romantic. That's not romantic.
dude is a clown, bro. Like, could you imagine like you were Bronny's teammate and you're at home and Drake walks through the door to take your mama on a date, he's like, "Hey man, I bet I can give you some pointers on how to shoot some threes." I'd be like, "Get the fuck out of here and go sing
let's
some."
let's not forget he is a light skinned dog. Like this is just it just comes with the playbook. Like when you born light skinned, they give you the playbook at birth. Like they take out the umbilical cord or whatever, and they say, "Here you go, learn these plays,
Yep.
learn them,
Fuckboy plays. There you go.
figure it out." And they all pretty much, for the most part, they follow it. And to their credit, they consistent. Sometimes I get accused of having, I used to be a little sensitive. Probably am some a little sensitive. I got a little light skin in me, but it'd be like that, dog. It is what it is. But but
They aren't even sensitive. They just like
they just move different.
yeah, they move like the definition of fuckboy is that's what it is.
Yeah, they move different. I get it, but hey. Anyway, I ain't gonna sit here talk about light skinned folk, bro. I'm gonna move on. But it is crazy though, because all this Kendrick shit, we to kind of tie it back with the NFL and shit. Like, the Super Bowl is literally like in a month, bro. Like, all this shit is about to come to a culmination of Kendrick Lamar is going to be performing in a month at the Super Bowl, and I'm just really curious, like, what songs is he gonna do, bro? Like, he can't do Not Like Us. There's no way they're gonna allow him on Roger Goodell's cable TV do Not Like Us. Like that. We ain't talking about pedophiles during the halftime show. We got millions and millions of people watching this shit. We're not talking about certified this or certified that. So, yeah, we just gonna assume that that's not gonna be playing. But now when you start thinking about it, it's like, damn, is he gonna play a lot of old shit, a lot of new shit? He dropped his GNX shit, and there's a couple songs he's obviously gonna have to do from that. But like, if you have to give like your top 5 songs you definitely want to hear from Kendrick at the Super Bowl, what would that be for you?
We'll have to see. I mean, it's not gonna be. We're gonna get. I don't think we're getting the song with him with Drake that he had on there. What was it? The one with 2 Chainz.
Wait, I love bad bitches as a fucking problem.
No, Poetic Justice. I don't think we'll get that one.
Oh, Poetic Justice. That was my jam. That was a jam too. When the good old days when they were kind of cool. And I know she feel Poetic Justice. Yeah, that's just how it is.
We're gonna get humble. We know that.
In the thunder and rain.
Yeah, we're gonna get humble. We're gonna get DNA. We'll get I mean, I hope we get a lot of Good Kid, Mad City.
You don't think he gonna be on his Black Power shit, or you think he's just gonna be like, I'm gonna just give the fans what they want to hear?
I don't know, but like they mash up things so quick. It's like a minute of each song, so we'll see which ones they mash up. But
they get 15 minutes. I mean, all right, when Dr. Dre, Snoop, and 50 they did maybe 7 songs. I'm trying to remember. It was about 7 songs. So you're gonna have to be in 15 minutes to really get like how you want. Plus, we don't know if he's gonna bring people out. I mean,
right. What if he brings Wayne out?
That's not happening.
It'd be crazy if he did.
That's not happening. Right? If I'm Wayne, I'm not the sideshow. I am the show. So yeah. I don't want to be brought out. I'm not doing no what you call that shit, Vegas residency. No. I am the show. So I don't know. That probably won't happen. But
he's gonna bring out Black Hippie. We know that. I got a feeling.
SZA.
Probably bring out SZA.
What's that chick's name? Doechii? Do they have any songs together?
She's from Tampa?
Bro, I just started seeing this shit like 2 weeks ago. She went to Blake. She has like a video of her walking through Blake. I'm like, what? Who is this chick?
And she's on Top Dog. Good for her. He'll probably bring out Keem. Future will be dope. And Metro, that would be dope. Future might come out. I got a feeling Future might come out.
The only way that happens is if the Steelers make the Super Bowl somehow. They're like, all right, I'm about to take your moment again, brother.
Oh, now I got that.
That would be messed up too. But that's the type of energy Future be on.
Yeah, exactly. Sensational. I don't know. He could bring out a lot of people. What would be dope is if he brought out Lady Gaga. I think for "Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe," and they used her vocals because that was the original vocal. Song was for her. and then he took it. She gave it to him. So that would be dope if she came out for that.
Yo, that's
They
that's
brought
news.
out
That's
Jay-Z for
news to
that
me.
too.
I didn't know that.
The original one is Lady Gaga's vocals. I think they still are her vocals, but she doesn't get credit for it.
Damn, she's just talented like that. Like
Yeah.
I just talked about like the top what did I just say? The top streaming songs right now is a Lady Gaga song.
hmm
I didn't even know she was still I didn't know she was still doing shit.
Yeah. I mean, don't forget she was signed to Akon first.
Well, I
His.
know Akon shit. Akon retired off of her.
hmm
Akon put lights in all of Africa over her. Yeah. It's called. Have you heard "Die with a Smile"? Her and Bruno Mars. I didn't know they had a song.
No, I heard it yet.
I might
I've
have
been,
to listen to
I've been
that.
out of college today. I took a personal day today before I went to do some work. So,
I feel you. I feel you. But
no, but it'll be interesting because we could get some Black Panther stuff, stuff off of that album. There's a whole lot of stuff we can do, and he's got bangers with Future. Don't forget, he does have bangers with Future. So,
yeah, but to bring Future out,
and it's like that little bitch.
well, now though, with the shit that happened in New Orleans, though, God bless everybody that had to deal with the shit with the attack or whatever. But they might want to start. They might want to bring out a local New Orleans like for the city type of shit. I don't know if it will be Lil Wayne though, but he might bring out Master P. That'd be. Will you think that'd be a slap in the face to Lil Wayne if they brought out like a Master P or a Manny Fresh or some shit?
Apparently, I saw an interview where he said that Kendrick called him and told him, and like they squashed it, all that. That's why I'm saying I wonder if they talked about it. And if Wayne said no and he gets upset about it, that's on him. But if he brought out Master P and I hear about it and the tank rolled through, I mean, I might.
And then he brings out Gelo. I'm about to swerve, hit that corner. Whoa.
Fuck this. I'm over this. I don't know. We'll see. It's gonna be interesting because I'm all for the Kendrick Lamar halftime show. I'm sick of people saying it should have been Wayne. Like, no, it should.
Yeah, I'm way past that.
Yeah, I'm way past it too. It just so happened that LA got it, and it made sense for that because everybody can relate to that. These country bumpkins probably gonna be like, "Who's this Lil Wayne guy? I never heard him." But
No, Lil Wayne's a little bit more known. A lot of these people don't know who the hell Kendrick Lamar is. Let's be honest.
I don't know about that, but they'll be like, "Hey, that dark skinned guy does sing the bar song though. I like him."
Shabuzi, that's who she bring out. If I'm Kendrick, I'm bringing out Shabuzi. Who else is hot right now? I'm bringing out Post Malone and what's that other country dude name?
I'm bringing out that
Morgan
guy.
Wallen.
Says the N word, got away with it, like no problem.
Morgan Wallen.
We'll see what happens. It'll be interesting because he's got a lot of collabs that he could bring out. So we'll see what it is.
Yeah,
or maybe he weekends us and just does him by himself.
Yeah, I'm just looking at all his top songs. I'm an Apple Music person myself.
Same.
I mean, you gotta do TV off. You gotta do Squabble Up. You gotta do. Maybe he does like that with Future. I don't know. But then after that, I mean, what if he brought out Travis Scott and they did Goosebumps?
Fuck Travis Scott, man. I hate that dude.
Speaking of Travis Scott, so I want to give a shout out to the WWE.
That was some cool shit, I will say.
I have been watching
shit.
I've been watching wrestling since I was a jit. My dad.
Favorite part of that whole night, because you and I are the same. We both love wrestling. What was your favorite part of the whole night?
My favorite part was the crowd booing Hulk Hogan.
Thank you. That's all I needed to hear.
Personally, that was my faith in humanity was slightly restored when they booed Hulk Hogan. I said thank you.
And I felt like he wasn't the guy to get booed in an event like that, but still got booed. I was like, oh shit, I forgot. We're in LA. This is different over here.
And it's not just it. So I'm like a nerd WWE fan. I'll be following it like to the T.
You know, he went to my high school, right?
Who, Hulk?
Graduated Robinson High School. Doesn't do anything for the high school.
What a piece of shit. Anyway, the WWE community as a whole they don't really fuck with him at all. Because the more and more you find out about him, you just realize he's a piece of shit. And he just becomes more and more of a piece of shit as times like he's racist. You know what I'm saying? Like people thought, oh, it's political. I'm like, no, bro. Undertaker had Donald Trump on his podcast, and everybody I cheer for Undertaker. Oh, Taker. I saw Hulk Hogan. I said, yo, get the fuck off of my TV, dog. But I heard the crowd. He looked so uncomfortable doing the thing. I said, oh, I might swerve, bend that corner. Whoa, whoa. That shit was great. But I say this to say this. Travis Scott came out and he was smoking a blunt with the Uso brother. I said, yo, this Netflix shit is dope, dog. Cause if this is on USA, they would have fucking canceled the show, dog. I said, I like this Netflix shit. This is dope. Shout out to Kendrick. Oh shit. All right. Let's before never mind, I ain't gonna talk about it. Let's now we talk about the Super Bowl, whatever. Might as well go ahead and talk about the NFL playoffs. Before we do that, I just want to say, I like that we record this show because it's typically always a basketball game that's being shown, and I always get to kind of follow along and kind of see. And the game that we got tonight, right now, folks, obviously this is the game's already able to happen, but this Thunder and Cavaliers game is living up to the expectation. At the end of the third quarter, though, it's 102 to 103. I'm like, yo, where's the defense? Where's the third quarter just ended and they both in the hundreds. That's kind of crazy, but we'll see how that ends up by the time the show is over. But we got the NFL playoffs, obviously, here. But before we get to the playoffs, let's wrap up the season the right way. First, I just want you to just
that's all I gotta say.
Just get it off your chest. Like, how do you feel about this whole situation that you guys endured? Obviously, last year was the goal was 14 wins. This year was like, we're still going to be good. Now we're 2 years into the bullshit, and all I've seen is heads roll and
y'all want to see a body?
Enigma. So give me your conclusion on the NFL season.
If you ever hear me say 14 wins again, I want you to remind me of the 2022 podcast where I said that in all confidentiality and all happiness, and not even that. Just say, hey man, this is the New York Jets we're talking about, right? That's all you got to say. So yeah, man, this season, once again, it's another wash. Once again, it's another year that we don't make the playoffs. So this is year 16 now, I believe it is for us. Yeah, we have a laundry list of people that we're interviewing. I think I sent you the funny ones today, that Matt Nagy and Arthur Smith. Oh God.
Who are you the most excited about?
Rex Ryan. I'm excited for Rex Ryan. I feel bad for what's homeboy's name that was the Patriots coach. They got axed because he won his first game and he won his last game for the Patriots, but they clearly want Mike Vrabel, so that's going to take him out of the running for us most likely.
Honestly, I hate that it happened. Gerard Mayo talking about. I hate that it happened to him, but I get it. Like, at the end of the day, I get it, bro. Like, Vrabel, I like Vrabel as a coach. I ain't gonna lie. I do. I like his energy a lot, the way he goes about it. Tennessee, under his watch, were a pretty formidable team. They would go. They'd win that division pretty consistently. At least every other year, it's them and somebody, basically. So I think that kind of energy that he can bring to New England, to y'all, would have been great. But to New England, obviously, like, you want the fans to buy back into the team, yeah, you'll get your boy back. Just same thing with y'all. You want the fans to buy back in? Sexy Rexy better be the hire. Like, it better be the hire at this point.
Yep. I mean, why we even called Arthur Smith doesn't make any sense to me. Like, wouldn't give that guy a call. I don't care what he's done with the offense. His mustache really bothers me. Matt Nagy, as much as I do like him, I think he's better as an offensive coordinator, and it shows. There are just some guys that it doesn't like. We should be nailing the hire. There should be 5 guys, the top guys. We should be going after them, balls to the wall, get this shit done. And then the GM, we're gonna have to hit it. And I swear, if we get Rex Ryan, the guy to get is definitely Louis Riddick.
Bring ESPN, bring Bristol right down the street. Come on down.
These guys see each other in the hallway. They talk. They know. They have good NFL personality. The one thing I don't like about Sexy Rexy is he's a Trump supporter, but that's just my own prerogative. I don't care. He knows football. He loves this team. I met the dude. He's a real humble dude. He's a great guy. But I really, that's the combination I want.
Oh, that means him and
Like
Woody Johnson gonna be like this.
who?
Him and Rexy.
I don't know. Woody fired his ass, so I don't think.
Yeah, but Woody also Bill Belichick thought about coming back too for a second.
Well, yeah,
What
my
about
ass.
Pete Carroll? What about Pete Carroll?
I mean, we gave Pete Carroll a try, and then we fired his ass too. So
I was just
it's
saying,
like,
would you want him back to those doors?
for the sake of both of those guys, like, as much as I do want them, like, I would be like, fuck you guys, is how I would be. I'd love either of them, to be honest with you. Pete Carroll is the most in shape 80-year-old man I've ever seen in my life. I don't care how old
Nah,
he's.
for y'all definitely need Rex Ryan. And he's the y'all need to like cut all the bullshit out. I
Mhm.
need somebody who I feel like running through a wall and a brick wall and another wall for. I feel like for Rex, that's what
Rex
I want that kind of energy.
Rex had that energy, and Rex wants to coach again, and he wants to come back to New York. And Rex even said he's like, I'll end the Aaron Rodgers fucking hostaging shit going on. Like I want that. That's what I want. Get Aaron Rodgers the fuck on up out of there, man. Like tell him to retire. Tell him you'll give him something in the front office to do. Hopefully it's ayahuasca. I don't care what is, but just get him the fuck on out and take Devontae Adams with him too. Just take him too. I don't care. I'd love for him to stay, but we know it's not going to happen. But get him on up out of there too, because if we lose Garrett Wilson, if we bring back Aaron Rodgers, and we lose Garrett Wilson, because I
Do
keep
you
going,
believe that story though?
I look at body language of a player. And we talked about this about getting Devontae Adams. How do I feel? And I was like, oh, it's his idol and this, and that. You're like, don't feed into that. That's his idol. I said, I'm not. And I've seen his body language. Like he's gotten over 100 receptions this year, but he's definitely not the guy that when we saw that last game, he was feeding his boys. You saw that stupid play where he threw it to Devontae on the right, and then he threw it back, and then he threw it back, and Devontae got pummeled. Like,
One thing about Aaron Rodgers, if he got boys, they ride it like Donald. I mean, that's not Donald Driver. Yeah, Donald Driver, that's his boy. What's that kid, the other dude from FS1 now?
Greg Jennings.
Nah, Greg James didn't really fuck with him. Jones.
Oh,
John
James Jones.
James
James
jo-
Jones.
dog, his boy. Devontae Adams, Alan Lazar, like
FS.
Randall Cobb.
That got me laughing. Anyway, let's keep going.
I'm just saying, like his boys, they will ride or die for Aaron Rodgers. So like, what Garrett Wilson may not just be like Garrett Wilson is a young dude.
I
Think
don't
about
care.
it. All
I
these
don't.
dudes are older players.
I don't care. I don't give a fuck, bro. That's not the future of my team. I don't want this old man with 55 out there like, yeah, Garrett wasn't, my and you know who the favorites are to get him if that's the case? The Kansas City Chiefs. Could you imagine if we
that,
lose him to the Kansas City
that
Chiefs?
would be the most grimy shit ever, dog.
That would- Get that man up out my team. Get him gone. Get him gone. Like, hey, Aaron, thank you so much. Door's there. We'll send you a Christmas card. Appreciate you. Get on up out.
All right, well, I mean, I mean, y'all gonna figure it out. I just have to assume that y'all know that this shit is not looking good right now. All these reports that came out about your team for the last 2 years about this guy and this guy and this guy,
What did
Hassan Reddick situation. It's been a lot of just noise. Somehow you got to just shut all that shit off. But you guys play in New York. It's like, well, technically you play in New Jersey, but
It doesn't.
you feel me though.
It doesn't matter. Like it's just a shit show. I don't get how this team can be put together so perfectly, and then it's like you have the Mona Lisa. Like we paint the Mona Lisa every year, and then somebody goes and draws the mustache on her, or draws like a white eye on her, and then it
Somebody
all
bend the
starts
corner
going.
and swerve.
Yeah,
Whoa.
it's super annoying. Like I'm truly over it because it all started with the firing of Robert Saleh. That's where it all went wrong because he should not have been fired. He was doing fine. He was doing his job. Like I said, I went down that rabbit hole. The patch on his shirt really rubbed Dick Penis the wrong way, and that's
I don't know. That seems like a reach to me, but
it is a reach, but it's also like why? Why do you do that in the middle of the season? And then having the kids thing going on with his kids, like that's super disturbing. And hearing that from executives, multiple executives at that, is ridiculous. And then the whole accountability of Aaron Rodgers not like taking accountability for anything. I'll never forget where he threw Mike Williams under the bus. That really pissed me off hearing that. I would have been pissed if I was Mike Williams. I'd have said, like, get me the fuck on up out of here. I don't want to be here if that's what I'm going to be treated like. Because I remember they were singing praises for him the game before when we were playing the Broncos, and he made a 40-yard catch that was his only catch. And they were like, oh, this is why they brought him here. Like, I hate media. Media is the worst. Like, I understand that, but at the same time, Aaron Rodgers is like the worst person I would want to go talk in front of the cameras, because he seems like he just says what's on his mind and doesn't really think before he talks, but sounds very articulate the way he says it. Yeah, and in the off season, we're gonna regroup as a team. I'm gonna go have ayahuasca and do my thing, but we'll be there as a team talking about things, and we're gonna, we'll get on the right page. Maybe we'll call me, maybe they won't. I probably won't have my cell phone on me, but we're gonna talk. Like, it doesn't make sense what you're saying. Be accountable for what you're doing, bro. Like, I loved him in Green Bay. I understand why he left Green Bay, but coming here, he's literally been catered to, given everything that he's asked and needed, and given more, and has not performed to what he's done, and has bitched and whined about things, has not accepted, like, yeah, I could have been better, or I could have did this. And it took him to game fucking 17 to fucking ball the fuck out. Get your shit.
The pressure was not there no more. All I gotta do is just show up and get people paid.
Doesn't matter. You're a professional, a Hall of Famer at that. A Hall of Famer. I don't give a fuck if you were playing in front of Jesus, the Buddha, fucking Allah, and Shaitan and Satan were on the opposite end watching this. Like, do your job. Do your job. I don't care, man. Like, we're gonna talk about your team. You're sitting pretty and looking better. Oh, and before we continue, I had one obvious, like, funny, crazy thing that I wanted to talk about, which we may touch on this, maybe we don't. But the other one I want to put on there is Ezekiel Elliott is signing with the Chargers for the playoffs. So
that's who he chose. Hey, more power to him. But yeah, before we get to the teams in the playoffs, because you mentioned something, it was like, they talked about Gerard Mayo and shit, and they obviously lost the number 1 pick to the number 4 pick. And now we look at the draft order. Just looking at, because you guys are picking 7. So from what I always like, I've already started the projections early for y'all to see, okay, what would be a good pick. Right now they got y'all picking Abdul Carter for Penn State. That's a nice little pickup right there. I like that. Right? Penn State. He's the number 11 for Penn State. He's the Michael Parsons at Penn State. Oh. That's what they got y'all drafted. He's a good player.
We'll fuck him up somehow or get rid of him. We don't sign picks.
But looking at the top before you guys, Titans, Browns, Giants 3, Patriots 4, Jacksonville 5, and the Raiders 6. Do you think the Titans and the Browns are 1,000% going to draft quarterbacks and go Shador, Cam Ward, or Cam Ward, Shador, no matter what?
I think the Titans would be stupid to draft a quarterback, in my opinion, unless they're gonna, like, if you have a first-round pick, like Will Levis was top 10, wasn't he?
Nah, he was 32 or 33. He was the first pick in the second round.
Oh,
they waited to day 2, yeah.
Okay.
To me, he's basically Kenny Pickett. Like, cool, we drafted you. Cool. Let's go get our real quarterback.
Well, yeah, I take back what I said, because I see him make stupid fucking plays all the time, and I'd get rid of his ass immediately. Because I've seen that head coach, like, I'm gonna lose my job because of this guy. So if I were the Titans, yes, I would draft a quarterback. And if I were the fucking Browns, I'd be calling that. I'd be bugging the lawyer right now. Be like, look at that contract and see.
They've already restructured it. They've already restructured the contract. So if they draft, like, look, obviously we're looking at Shador, looking at Cam, right? I don't think the Giants will trade up. I think at this point they probably just draft like a Travis Hunter and just wait for Arch Manning next year. The Patriots obviously didn't need a quarterback, so them winning that game, to me, I don't think it was a big deal. Unless they wanted to, for draft capital, yes, it was stupid for them to lose because they could have traded down and got hella draft picks. But whatever. Where it gets interesting, 5 they're not gonna is Trevor Lawrence, right? 6 is where the Raiders are. You think the Raiders would like trade up to jump to go get either Shador or Cam, or you think they just gonna be like rock it out with Aiden O'Connell again, or go get like Sam Darnold because McCarthy's gonna be back next year. What do you think like the Raiders should do there?
It's a new Davis in charge of the Raiders now, and they're in Vegas now with that venue selling out for all types of things that they needed to do. Al Davis don't give a fuck about that team because that team is trash. It is horrible. It is horribly constructed. They gave Antonio Pierce a chance. They begged for him to be the coach. He said, "Yeah, we'll give you a 4-year deal," and then he fucking Indian give that shit real quick and got rid of his ass. So I don't give a fuck what the Raiders do. If the Raiders are smart, they would have just said lose them all so we can get Shador, or lose them all so we can get Ward.
Antonio Pierce is like, nah, I'm good, bro. Y'all ain't gonna lose on my watch. He probably already knew he was gonna get fired. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna just let me just rock out. Let me rock out. That's what Lovie Smith did with the Houston, and they ended up losing the #1 pick and got C.J. Stroud.
Houston did that twice. Fired 2 head coaches 1 year back to back, 1 year tenured.
You don't got the complexion for the connection. It's hard, dog.
They were black too, man. That was the thing. 2 black coaches.
It's hard, but somehow to Houston's credit, they replaced them all with black coaches. They got the Miko Ryans in there too. So
I said one of them is gonna hit.
One of these dudes got to work.
No, but there's quite a few teams that are gonna need quarterbacks. That's for sure. So personally, I want Ewers from fucking Texas. That's what I want them to look at. I would love for them to be looking at Ewers.
He's trash, bro. He needs to come back to college.
I'd be fine with him. I'd be happy with him.
He need to come back to college, bro. But anyway, all right. Let's move off from losing teams. Let's get to the winning teams. Obviously, we got some playoff games kicking off this weekend. If you watched week 18, a lot of interesting football. People chasing, dollar signs and shit. Mike Evans got his bread. Shout out to so proud of Mike Evans, bro. I was so mad at Bucky Irvin. I'm like, you about to ruin this shit for everybody. Y'all are good. Just let Mike Evans get this shit. Because I've been such a fan of Mike Evans since Johnny Manziel days. Because I was so plugged into Johnny Manziel during that time that I was like, yo, this kid is nice over here. And now you hear they talk about his story from day one. And he's such a good dude, bro. I think he does such good shit for Tampa. He's always like a Walter Payton Man of the Year nominee. Like he's just an all around solid dude. So I got so much love for him. So like all the people who were able to get the bread, shout out to them. And then the people who couldn't get the bread because you got Jerry Jones as your owner and they don't start Cooper Rush. Hey, you know what it was?
Say fuck me for.
You knew what it was when you signed up, bro. So looking at just looking at the favorites to win the Super Bowl already. They got the Lions as the slight favorite right now over the Kansas City Chiefs at plus 300 to win the whole thing. Which is like, damn, the Lions have come this far. But basically, according to the Hard Rock app, which is legal down here in the state of Florida, Detroit Lions, Kansas City Chiefs 1 and 2, 3 Baltimore, 4 Buffalo, 5 Philadelphia. So we got the 5th best odds, 2nd best odds in the NFC, and then below us, Minnesota, Green Bay, Tampa Bay, Chargers, blah 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 blah. Right. Now let's just jump to the games. And then we'll talk about who you think who's gonna win it all. But actually, no. Based on what you've seen up until this point, who do you feel are the 2 best teams? One best team in the NFC and best team in the AFC, just off of what you've seen. If you took away the name of the teams and you just watched the product on the field, who are the 2 best teams that you, with your own eyes, that you've seen?
I don't give a fuck who it is in the East or in the AFC. It's fucking Kansas City. I don't care what you say. Like, you could take away the team, the name, whatever. You can say that these guys have won it the last 2 years and have been there all the time. Like, the media can say all the shit they want. They're not together. They're not this. Playoffs are different. They're built for this. And
And
maybe
we've learned to stop betting against Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs. Like, all right, bro,
right,
just
just learn to stop.
we're sorry.
When he loses in the playoffs and goes out, then I'll be like, oh, okay, he's human, and we can go on and say whatever.
And
But
Joe Burrow's not there. The one man that can stop this whole shit, he ain't making it.
he ain't there because it'll be Josh Allen and it'll go down to a coin flip, and we know what happens there. We change the rules again for the man to try and be better than him, and it won't happen. Yeah, I think it's Kansas City, and then truthfully to me, flip a coin between the Lions and the Eagles for me. I can't really put my finger on it because
What do I say? You might be 50-50. One's got to be 51. One's got to be 49.
I'm very happy of what the Eagles have done and what they've accomplished and how they've managed this roster and everything they've done. I was giving them shit for not using Saquon out the gates, but I get you. I get what you were doing. Fucking save them to the end so we're not using them all up. I get it. Good job. Rest him. The guy more cares about winning Super Bowls than single season records. I'm happy to see things like that. And then with the Lions, it's a well-oiled machine. You lose 25 guys, the next 25 guys up do well. And then I put my foot in my mouth on this. Dan Campbell, man, I love you. I pray for you. Think you're the dude. Think you're the guy to take this team to the ship. But you do some bonehead play all the time or call. And it's just like, that's why you lost. So that's what I'm saying. I'm 50-50 torn on this. Something could happen.
If I had a gun to your head, I'm pulling the trigger.
Pull the trigger, bitch. That's what I say.
Come on. Give me something. Give me some bulletin board material. Let me be mad. Pick Detroit. Say it. Pick Dan Campbell. Do it.
I'd probably say Eagles. Wait, and then you pull the trigger.
Do it. Do it. Do it. This ain't Russian roulette. There's one shot.
I'm going just for this year. This is so tough for me because I like both teams. I want as much as I love Dan, I want it for Saquon more. I really do.
Pick Dan Campbell.
No, I want it for Saquon more.
You've been riding for him since the kneecaps, bro. You've been riding.
I'm still riding for him, man. Like I'm telling you, like if it's them in the Super Bowl, I won't be upset. But for this year, like we got to see the Saquon Barkley we've always been promised. He's having fun at doing this. He could have easily beat that record, single season record. Could have easily did it.
There's games in which we didn't play him in the fourth quarter, like the Giants game. He was like, yeah, put like the first time we played him. Yeah, put Will Shipley in and Gainwell in. He's been graciously, and think about all the touchdowns he could have. All those Jalen Hurts tush pushes, dog. We talk about MVP and shit and offensive player and all this bullshit. And we'll talk about that after we go through these playoff games and shit. But this dude, oh my God. But your boy Dan, the man Campbell, Jahmyr Gibbs, Amara St. Brown, USC, dog. Jared Goff redemption story. Come on, I know you rolling, dog. I know you rolling. Just roll.
No, I'm going this year only. It's so close, but I really want it for Saquon more. Really do.
All right, I ain't mad at you. Depending on who y'all hire at head coach for the Jets, I might be welcoming you over anyway next year because you already rock with the green, so you might as well just switch to shade.
I'm truly weighing my options now. The offseason is what's going to do it for me because I'm going to be literally going from a Monet to a turd bowl version of the Monet of the streak marks is what it's going to go to. Because this roster,
that was a little bit TMI. I wasn't ready for it.
The roster is just not going to be what it was. It's just they can't keep doing this. But if we get the right guy, it could go back to it. But I don't see it. I don't see it happening. I don't see them getting the guy that I want or a formidable person. I don't think Woody Johnson is a good negotiator. He'll probably ask his kids, what's that coach's rating in Madden?
No, but for the draft, he's going to look at the NCAA. He's going to look at that video game. They're like, all right, His speed is okay. He's right. Okay, I like that. I like that. Yeah. What you think, son? What you think, son?
I never pray that anything bad to a child, but I hope those
All
kids are
right, we're just gonna cut you off right now. We'll cut you
food
off right.
poisoning. Food poisoning, I said, just bad
Nah,
food
bro.
poisoning, bad
Listen,
diarrhea.
I would not want to. I've had some stomach bugs, but I don't wish that on no man.
And it's a man, it's a boy. I don't know.
I ain't wishing that on no boy, no man, nobody. That shit is not fun.
Hope those kids shit all over that palace floor.
It's not fun. All right, let's real quick before I get to these games. Let's do. We still wrapping up the 2024 season. I'm gonna just give you these awards, and you're gonna tell me who you got. Starting with MVP, Josh Allen is still the slight favorite at -300. Lamar Jackson's come from all the way 1,000 all the way to plus 240, and then that's it. So between Josh Allen and Lamar, who you got?
Did Josh Allen play his last game?
He did not.
Yeah, Lamar.
Don't give it to Lamar. I'm with you. I wanted to vote for Josh Allen because I'm not a hater like you.
Fuck
but,
that.
But let's be honest, brother. What Lamar has done this year is
once again spectacular.
Redunculous, dog. All right. Offensive player of the year, Saquon is the -5,000 heavy favorite. You rolling, or you thinking Derrick Henry or Jamar Chase should have a say?
Oh man, it's a tough one. I want to give it to Saquon, but homeboy just won the Triple Crown.
And the last time that happened, I think Kupp got the offensive player of the year too. So it's just crazy because Vegas be knowing shit, right? Saquon is a -5,000, so he's 1,000% probably gonna get it. But like for you individually, you'd pick Jamar. I'd probably pick Jamar too, because I'm like, it's just that.
Personally, I'm giving it to Saquon because he could have easily beat that record.
Yeah.
And I feel like he was held back a lot.
Oh, he was.
Jamar Chase was just force fed the entire time. And I'm not taking anything in. The guy is completely talented. He's definitely top 3 receiver in the league. I didn't think he was, but this year made me 100% believer you are top 3 in the league.
I'm just trying not to be a homer. You feel me? Like I don't want to be like, oh, I'll just all Philly everything. But
I'm not either. But this is like even if you hate the Giants like I do, this is what you've wanted to see. Pure talent at its peak performance. Even when it may be considered a little bit outdated, it looked well oiled and ready to go. Like, damn it, the chains are off. As a free boy now, I'm a run.
I'm a run, baby.
I'm gonna run. And he
said,
like,
but you could just tell it's just like a different, like with New York, it was just always like just bad energy. Is he gonna be hurt? Is he this?
But it's not. It's just the people that are there. How are we going to handle the Eli thing? That shouldn't even be a big issue. Let that man retire on his own accord and start planning. Stop throwing it out there. You got Odell Beckham, who's a diva and a bitch at that time.
Damn.
And at that time, I told you I've forgiven Odell. I'm good on Odell now, But there's just all these things that are sticking there. And this guy just wants to play football and wants to be healthy. And you don't give him an O-line, he gets hurt. You go and give him this paste-eating looking quarterback in Daniel Jones, and
Why he gotta eat paste? Why he gotta eat paste?
Because he looks like he eats paste, and you pay him when we were saying that's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. The dumbest thing.
It don't make sense, bro. It's still, as an Eagles fan, as I sit here before you, we are how many months removed since that happened?
The fact that those two or that GM still has a job
and coach. Well, coach is one thing. The fact that the GM, correct.
I think Dayball deserves another chance. I would give him that. That's based on his pedigree of what he did for Daniel Jones when he was there in that one time. But we saw the true colors of Daniel Jones after that. I think he's deserved one more try. But the GM, you were publicly humiliated on Hard Knocks on HBO for everyone to make you into a meme and laugh at.
But you know why they kept him? Because they were going to keep Dayball. To me, they're a package deal. Head coach and GM is a package deal. Nowadays, like You gotta, unless you are a dude at GM for all these years, and you have a couple bad years. That's one thing, but to me, it's a package deal between those two. So like, if they're gonna give Dayball a chance, they had to give the GM another chance. Like, all right, figure it out.
Have to. They could have said, "Hey, we got a new GM. Play nice." And then when Dayball leaves, they tell the guy, "He's got 1 year. What do you want after this?"
But the thing is, like, as a head coach, if I'm coming into an organization, I'm not trying to deal with like, okay, I'm cool with this GM. Now now I gotta be cool with another GM. What if this GM don't like me? He gonna get rid of me too? Like, it's just
What happens when the GM has to fire you? Or they fire the GM middle of the season, or like the Jets. What happens when shit like that happens?
I mean, the Jets
It's a dirty world, bro. And
they got rid of both of them.
Regardless, the Giants have a big identity crisis going on there. And they better nail this draft. They better get the right players. They got Malik Neighbors. I've never seen a player play for the Giants that looks like they don't want to be there. And Malik Neighbors looks like that guy. Had a 1,000-yard year, had a great rookie season. Looks like he does not want to be there. 100%.
Well, the situation is kind of shitty right now. But maybe him and Drew Lock got something we don't. Maybe they cool. Maybe Drew Lock is the guy.
Drew Lock is gone, bro.
Why?
Drew Lock, I don't care if he knows all the Jeezy shit. He gone, bro. He gone. You know it. I know it doesn't matter. He ruined their draft stock.
Yeah.
Drew Lock.
That will get you fired in this league.
I would send him to Cleveland and watch him take over the starting quarterback role, bro.
Shout out to my dog Drew Lock. I just want to say that because
listen, look, I think he deserves to be a starter because I don't think he's a bad quarterback. I really think
he's not a bad quarterback, but thank you for not allowing them to get Shador or Cam Ward because I don't want those two brothers to go die in New York. I'm sorry, bro. Y'all deserve better than that. So I hope y'all go draft Jackson Dart or something like that. He's cool. You can do something with him. All right. Defensive player of the year is a tight one. It's between TJ Watt and Patrick Surtain. Have you watched enough defense to have an opinion on that?
TJ Watt, because he plays for my boy.
Hey, we're gonna get to these games.
We are. I still got
Steelers, man.
I still got faith in my man, regardless.
Offensive rookie of the year seems to be a lock at Jaden Daniels. We rolling?
Who's the other one?
So he's minus 1,000, so his odds are incredible. The next closest is plus 3,000, which is Brock Bowers at number 2, Bo Nix number 3, Caleb Williams, and Brian Thompson tied for number 4.
I'd probably pick Jaden Daniels. I would.
I'd pick Jaden Daniels because he's a quarterback and it's a quarterback award. But if you ask me 10 years from now, who's gonna be the best player on that thing? I think Brock Bowers is. I think Brock Bowers is him, dog.
I said the Jets should have got, and they.
Travis Kelce. Look what Travis Kelce has done in his career. Gronk, Shannon Sharps, and Antonio Gates.
But Travis Kelce started slow. This guy came.
That's what I'm saying. He's already better than all of them, in my opinion. Like the dude is crazy good.
He's good, but
Brock Bowers, baby, a tight end named Brock. He gotta be good, dog. He's gotta be him.
He's been desensitized by Georgia. Have you ever heard him speak now? Because he's from California, and he's like, "Yeah, man, I was out here and I was just catching them balls." I was like, "Bro, you're from California."
Him with Shador. Ooh, that'd be fun. Those two, I would like that, but we'll see. And then defensive rookie of the year, it looks like Jared Verse is running away with it over my boy Quinyon Mitchell. That's fine. That's fine. Cooper DeJean is deep down there. My bad. DeJean. But
Klux clamps.
Hey, my boy got the clamps though.
Ku Klux clamps.
All right. Comeback player of the year. I would have thought Sam Darnold would be the favorite to win. The heavy favorite is Joe Burrow, though. Minus 4,000 over Sam Darnold.
How is he comeback player of the year?
I don't know, bro. I've never. That actually shocks me. Shocking. Like heavy. Out of all those, that's the heaviest favorite is Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow should give that award up and be like, "There's no reason for me to be here."
Like,
Comeback means that you were either a bench player to become starter, or you come back from a major injury and
All
you
right.
do well.
That was via Vegas Insider. Let's look at FanDuel Sportsbook. All right. Let's look at FanDuel Sportsbook because everybody's sportsbook is gonna be a little different. But minus 4,000, that shit says a lot. No, that don't even. Nah, yeah, I mean, yeah, this seems like it's gonna be too hard to find. So those are the best odds that I can provide. Yeah, minus 4,000. Um, and then coach of the year, just off the top of the dome, who you got? Who do you think has been the best coach this year?
Mikey T once again, but it's not going to be Mikey T.
He's not even the top 5 on here.
Yeah, I know that. If they give it to Stefanski, show me a gun. I think Dan Quinn's got to be on there. One of the 10-game winner guys has to be on there. Dan Quinn has to be on there. Sean Payton's got to be on there. Who else?
He's in the top 6. Both of them were in the top. Dan Quinn's 4th. Sean Payton is 6th.
Harbaugh?
Harbaugh is 5th.
Both Harbaugh.
Jim Harbaugh is 5th. You know who the heavy favorite is? Minnesota Vikings, Kevin O'Connell. I'll give him credit. Dan Campbell is 2, but like Dan Campbell was already good last year, so like to me this is not a good continuation. We did not see this shit coming from the Minnesota Vikings. Like
I didn't think they would win this many games, but I knew they'd
be not like this, dog. This shit is incredible. So got to give credit where credit is due for sure. Like they did that shit. So
I'm not upset with that pick whatsoever. Even though Mike Tomlin should win it every year, they should just call it the Mike Tomlin Award, in my opinion.
The Mike Tomlin Invitational.
What's the award called? Who's the person on it?
I don't even know.
Does it have a name? Because they should just call it the Mike Tomlin. If he has a winning record every year, they should call it the Mike Tomlin Head Coach of the Year Award.
He's got to pass away 20 years from now, and then
just retire, not pass away, just retire. And this guy never had a losing.
They got to be Bill Russell, close to death. You know what I mean? Like they got to be old. They got to be in their 80s.
Fuck that. Recognize greatness when you see it. Man never had a losing season in the NFL. That is tough. And never have a losing season in the NFL. Retire, hey man. Just like when Derrick Rose retired, they was like, hey, we're retiring your number. Like they didn't
retire your number versus name an award after you are completely different things. I'm gonna name a whole award. It's probably
next year when he wins again, you'd be like, hey, name the award.
I don't know, bro. The way the season. All right, man. Let's just jump to the games, bro. The way the season ended for the Pittsburgh Steelers, we thought there was about to be some shit. Right now,
they're going out first round.
Right now, so we're gonna start with that game. They're the largest underdogs, plus 9.5 at Baltimore Ravens. So we're gonna do our pick'ems right now. We just gonna do a playoff edition pick'em, but we'll just do a playoff edition pick'em. You probably won the regular season pick'em. That's cool. We're gonna do a playoff edition pick'em. We're gonna start it off right here. All right. Pittsburgh at Baltimore, plus 9.5.
I love you, Mikey T. I really do. I'm your biggest advocate, but I'm so sorry.
I ain't gonna be there.
I ain't gonna be there. Yeah, exactly. Lamar is my boy, man. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's not looking pretty, dog. Like
if you win, shame on me, and I'm so sorry.
If they win, then you can name the award after him. That would be all right. My bad, bro. I'm sorry. I would never say nothing wrong about you ever again. But I don't want to put a bow on the season just yet.
This whole thing about Mike Tomlin, though, between us, is that he consistently gets to the playoffs. I didn't say that he'll win a championship. He consistently puts up with shit.
So would you rather be every year?
Jets fan, I would
make the playoffs just to lose in the first round.
As a Jets fan, I'd be happy with that.
I'm trying to get a top at this point. Just give me a top 3 pick so I can get a guy I want. God damn it. I don't want to make the playoffs no more. This is called purgatory.
No, that team is a quarterback away from being good.
and they're maybe another wide receiver away from being good. They have the things to be great. They just need to get some stuff. It's hard to find a good quarterback. It really is. They struck lightning in a bottle all those years, and now they're in purgatory trying to get the guy right. So, and Mike Tomlin is still doing it. Still doing it.
Just want to give a quick shout out to the Cleveland Cavaliers. They are the number one team in the NBA, and they continue to be the number one team in the NBA by knocking off the Oklahoma City Thunder, 129 to 122. And Tristan Thompson is still a Cav, and it's kind of just weird to see this shit because, like, damn, I wish LeBron was still here. But anyway, but yeah, I'm rocking with the Ravens, of course. It's like I don't know what to tell you, bro. Shout out to Derrick Henry. You know what I'm saying? Shout out. Well, the news though. What about Zay Flowers though? You think that will affect anything if he's unable to go?
No. Isaiah Likely, welcome back to the show.
All right, all right, yeah, I hope so, bro. Because like, I would hate to see this shit end for Lamar already. But all right, but yeah, we rocking with the Ravens here. Now do you think basically you think Baltimore can win by 10, or you think Pittsburgh could keep that shit a little closer than that?
It's going to be tough. Like, I know they're giving those numbers, but I don't think it's going to be a blowout or whatever the fuck they think. It's a divisional game still. It's hard to beat It's hard to beat a team 3 times, or no. They're 1-1.
Pittsburgh won the first one. Baltimore won the second one.
Yeah, so it's hard to beat a team.
What you think about George Pickens though? That dude,
a wild card, bro.
I can't roll with him though. I'm sorry. He's too much of a. You think AB was bad, but AB was well behaved early on. It got crazy. It got spooky after he got paid and after Burfict messed him up in the brain. Pickens has been like this since Georgia, dog. Like,
you fight. You got hands.
I don't know. I don't know if I can roll with Buddy, but yeah, we rock with Baltimore. All right, another game, AFC, right? A team in Houston we talk about early on going into this year. Now I remember I looked at Houston's schedule and I was like, they might struggle a little bit this year because they had a tough schedule. I think, yes, they struggled a little bit, but I feel like it's a lot. Am I wrong to think this season was a lot worse than it really was? Because the Houston Texans are the home team, and they're the underdogs against the Chargers. So before you pick that game, how would you kind of like grade this year for the Texans just based on the expectations they had going into the year after the success they had last year?
I mean, if I had to grade it, I'd give it like a 6.5. And it's an unfortunate season for them.
That's a D.
It's an unfortunate season because they went and got a guy that I was like, oh, he's gonna help grow the wide receiver core. And he's only on a 1-year deal too. Only on a 1 year.
Oh shit, that's right.
Yeah.
He got to come off an ACL injury with that shit.
Yeah, so that sucks. But I thought that was going to be the thing.
Cowboy.
And then Nico Collins went out, and then Tank Dell stepped up, and then Tank Dell went out, and we saw John Michie finally one game. We're like, there he is. We knew he was on this team, and then he disappeared again. So
Bobby Trees is still there.
Bobby Trees is still there. And Dalton Schultz is just like, you guys know, like, I'm actually not a bad tight end.
Yeah.
And then go turn back the hands of time of 2 years ago. Damian Pierce, last game of the season, runs for 160 yards. Like, what the hell's going on here? So, and Joe Mixon, meanwhile, is just like nuclear holocaust. Joe Mixon will survive somehow. That guy is just really good. So I think for them, I think it's a young team, and we're expecting so much from them to come. I think they're going to be just fine and competitive, keeping going. But as much stuff as they got in this offseason, like, they were spoiled, and it just didn't come to fruition, and that sucks. But they won the division still.
But that division is trash, bro.
It is a trash division. It is a trash division.
And we're going to see what Tennessee does at quarterback. We're going to see if Jacksonville does a head coach. And then we're going to see who's the other team?
What's that?
Who's the other team in the South? Jacksonville, Tennessee, Houston. Yeah, and Houston. All right, and Colts. I don't know what the Colts are going to do. The Colts is just That's a whole other subject for another day. But now, based on all that shit, obviously the year is a little. You graded a 6.5. I agree. I graded a D. And they're going against the Chargers that really improved from last year. You think the Chargers are going to go into Houston to get that game? They're favored to win by they're minus 2.5 favorites, so at least a field goal basically is what they said. What at the most?
I'm gonna lean more towards Houston because that bum Zeke is now on the Chargers. So, no, I like both head coaches. If Harbaugh keeps up the momentum like he always does, it's a scary guy. It's a scary dude. To come back into the NFL and get to the playoffs your first year in with a team that we were like, this team is going to be bad. He put that shit together. He put that shit on. He put that shit on. So, I really want DeMarco Ryans to win this game. DeMeco Ryans. I'm a big DeMeco Ryans fan, and I know I fucked up his name, but I am a big fan of DeMeco, and I think Houston has been in purgatory for so long, and I think they got it right with a lot of things that they've done. It's just unfortunate what happened this year for them. And I think in the Chargers, as goofy as it sounds, I think they got to wait. I know they've been waiting a long time, but still think there's some holes in that team. Like the running back, what's up with the running back is
JK, and I really don't know actually what's going on there.
Because we know the way he likes to play is run the ball. And I think Gus Edwards is hurt too. But J.K. Dobbins has been your cowbell, and he's made me eat crow, that's for sure. Oh, and by the way, Zach Moss, that was not anything. I could never say some dumb shit like that again.
Shout out to Chase Brown, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
However, Chase Brown cost me a fantasy championship because he got hurt at the 1 yard line. Had he scored that touchdown, I would have won a fantasy championship, and it would have prevented. I would have won probably two. Because the other one, because he didn't score that touchdown, Joe Burrow throws a touchdown to T. Higgins, and that ruined another lead. So, yeah, shout out to Chase Brown, but you cost me. Looking at that injury report real quick, because you did bring up a good point. The Chargers did not practice Josh Palmer, Quentin Johnston. Limited participation, J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards. And that was as of 2 hours ago. So, and then looking at the Texans seem to be a little healthier.
They're hungry, man. That's a young team that I'm more scared of is the Texans. They seem more mature, more polished than some of the other teams we've been talking about.
I want to pick the Chargers, but I'm going to rock with the Texans as well. Simply because they're being doubted very heavily. And when the team is being doubted so much, I always feel like that's the team you got to worry about. And the fact that they're at home and they're underdogs, that's got to count for something. So I'm gonna rock with the Houston Texans on this one as well. I'm with you. So the other game in AFC. So I know you don't really fuck with Buffalo like that. You don't fuck with Josh Allen like that, but we got to talk about them. They finish off the season with the number 2 seed. Josh Allen may or may not win MVP, but he's either the favorite or co-favorite. We might have like a situation where Josh Allen, remember Peyton Manning and Steve McNair won co-MVP. They may be like, you know what? Just give it to them both. So we may be heading towards something like that. But I wanted to ask you to put Buffalo season in review because I already know I already know your thoughts on that. But
great season. Great
season.
Great season. Overperformed what I thought they were without Stephon Diggs.
Yeah.
Defense played a lot better than they did last year, and Josh Allen was dominant. I mean, I'm not gonna
say wait. He was what?
He was dominant. I'm not gonna. They went back to what he knows how to do. They wanted him to be more throwing, and then he went to more running now. And I'm not taking anything away. I think the guy's a great talent. I just don't like him. That's my own personal vendetta from him. I think he's a good quarterback. Not great, but a good
You
quarterback.
don't like him because he plays for the Bills, or you don't like him because of the media, or what?
I don't. There's a bit of both. I don't like him.
He ain't a bad dude to me. I like Josh Allen. He's a cool dude to me, man.
I don't think he's a bad dude either. But I just, once again, what does he want? That's all I want to say. The people that are like, oh, he's the best and he's what does he want? He doesn't have any accolades. Okay, he won at North Dakota State a championship. Whoop-de fucking.
It was Wyoming.
Whatever the
He
fuck.
didn't win shit in Wyoming either.
Whatever.
However, if the Jets had Josh Allen, let's be honest, you'd be like, fuck yeah, let's go. Am I wrong?
Different story. I don't care. It didn't happen though.
All right.
I don't care. But I don't get what the big romanticized shit with him is, because he's never won an MVP, never won he's won an AFC East championship numerous times. Okay, we can give him that. None of the big shit though. But great player.
But what has Lamar? I mean, Lamar's won MVP. What has Justin Herbert won?
Okay, I got nothing for Justin. Justin Herbert's still kind of young. He's getting there. He's finding his way. He's had to deal with multiple head coaches now. So.
All right, bro. All right, and then Denver, the young team that
all over Denver. They are going to beat the shit out of Denver. I think they are gonna ragdoll the Denver Broncos and show why Bo Nix is a rookie. And if the Broncos win, it'll just make me a happy man. But they're gonna get ragdoll, bro. Like picked up and fucking thrown behind them, man.
Well, if you up for it, I mean, shit, plus 350. Put a little bit of money on Denver for that money line.
I like to keep all my money. I'm not gonna bet shit on that, man.
All right, I'm rolling. I'm rolling with Buffalo as well. All right, let's move to the NFC. We're gonna start with I want to talk about our local Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I gotta give a huge shout out to Baker Mayfield. That shit when he went through with the Browns and then Carolina and then the Rams, that shit got spooky, bro. Spooky.
Yep.
We thought it was a wrap for Mr. Baker Mayfield, right? For him to have turned this shit around so quickly in his 2 years that he's been with the Bucs, getting them to back-to-back playoffs, albeit the NFC South is weak as shit, so they win in the division with 9 wins, which is whatever. That's besides the point. He, to me, was a snub for the Pro Bowl. I think Jaden Daniels had a great year, but I'm rolling with Baker because I see the impact. Like the shake and bake, I used to be like, oh, shake and bake, here we go. And that dude, bro, I love that dude. When he's shake and bake and he's not crying all the time, I think OBJ probably tried to ruin his life, and he had to get that stench off of him. You know what I mean? Like, all right, OBJ trying to ruin me, I'm good. Carolina is a place where you're either Cam Newton or you're nothing. So, Carolina's a scary place to be at sometimes as a quarterback. And then you have and then the Rams, obviously he was a backup or whatever. So I'm gonna sneeze, hold on.
Speaking of backups, Carson Wentz, let's have a laugh.
Excuse me. Wow. Guys, it's 47 degrees here in Tampa, Florida. It's kind of crazy. But anyway, Tampa Bay Buccaneers are 3-point favorites against the Washington Commanders. Baker Mayfield got my dog Mike Evans paid. Bucky Irvin is doing his shit. Replaced Rashad White like it was nothing. Like the defense is a little shaky, but I know once they got into a car accident and a lot of shit going on. But do you think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers will be successful in this home playoff game against the Washington Commanders?
From a betting man, I say yes. They should have the edge over this, but it is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and I still don't get how NFL teams don't know how to beat them. I just don't get it. Just throw the ball in the Bucs and you'll win. You'll win. And Jaden Daniels, I know he lost first game of the season to them. Wonder if there's blood in the water. But he's got a good sparring mate with him on defense, and Marshawn Lattimore that will line up against Mike Evans now. So we'll get to see that
I'm looking forward to that matchup right there.
Too.
We thought we could run. They thought they could run away. They said, "Nah, brother, we got to see each other again." I'm a best right in that corner. Whoa.
Yep. So we get to see that, and I think the game plan. Dan Quinn used to face the Buccaneers quite a lot, so he's pretty familiar with a lot of things going on in Tampa. I don't know. I think it's going to be a lot tougher game. I don't think it's going to be a 37-20 type game that they won last time. I think this one may be a little bit closer, given the Buccaneers injuries and things like that, and game plan that I think Washington is going to do, because let's give them credit. They won 10 games. Okay. They did win 10 games, going from winning 4 last year or something like that.
They had the number 2 pick.
So,
from the number 2 pick to the playoffs, that's got to count for something.
Who'd have thought? Get rid of a little bit of racism in your organization, hire some good people, and a head coach that should still have a head coaching job, and you'll be good.
Yep.
You nailed it all, Washington. Congratulations. You should be called the Redskins again, so we have some kind of racism.
But think about it. The Jets are only a Woody Johnson selling the team away from being good again.
That stubborn fuck will never do that. So, like,
just
like you said the other day, like, for the Cowboys to be good again, I mean,
sorry, Jerry. That's the only way. I love you, Jerry, but that's the only way.
Woody gotta die, bro. Like, that's what has to happen. I'm sorry, bro, but let's not talk about the Jets. But I think it's going to be a really good game. I'm excited. I'm actually excited to watch that game. I think it's going to be a lot better than people think.
And you're picking?
I'm going to pick the Bucks. I'm going to pick the Bucks because I am a big Mike Evans fan, and I like what Baker Mayfield is doing. I think this is the Baker Mayfield we've been promised, advertised, and we get to see him having fun, not being a little dick on the field. He's mature. He's better. And he's got a swag to him, man. He does have a swag to him that I like now. So.
Yep. We might agree on a lot of these shits because I gotta roll. I gotta roll on Tampa Bay.
Okay.
Home team. I think Watson had a cute story this year, but I saw this shit with RG3, so we'll see. We'll see how this shit ends up, but I saw this shit with RG3. All right. Minnesota. Los Angeles Rams. Kevin O'Connell faces his former team that he was an offensive coordinator for. Rams are at home. After all the wins that Minnesota had this year, they still got to go on the road.
Crazy wacky, right?
That's just how the cookie crumbles. But the Vikings are slight favorites in this football game. Like I said, the game is at Los Angeles. You think the Rams will be able to take care of business at home, or we're destiny for Minnesota?
Inside I'm hearing, like, I'm screaming like this is easy for Minnesota to win, for the momentum that they had and all of that. But also it's Sean McVay, Wonder Kid. Like, he made Kevin O'Connell who he is. I made you,
I did make you, bro.
So you're literally from my sack, is what he's telling him. You're from my.
I don't know about that now.
You're coming from my.
I wish you would say some shit like that to me. I'll fight. We got to fight on the sideline, bro. You got to come see me.
I'm gonna pick Minnesota, but I would not be surprised if Los Angeles won, because we're like, how do they do this? And without the picks, without anything, and they find a way to put together a roster. They lose arguably one of the greatest defensive players of all time in Aaron Donald, and then they get two monsters from Florida State.
Yeah.
Hey,
listen. Kenny, that's like the only Vikings fan I know. No, I know two, Andrew Lyons and Kenny. I know Skull, bro. I've been scolding with y'all all year. Skull. But I'm rocking with the Rams, bro. I don't even know why. I just be like, you know what? They're at home on a Monday Night Football game. Monday night football game in the playoffs should be illegal to me, but hey, that's what we're at, right? In society, we gotta sell streams and tickets and all that shit. To me, Sam Darnold on Sunday night football against Jared Goff, it wasn't pretty, right? When all the marbles were there, Sam Darnold reverted back to being the one that the Jets got rid of. Sean McVay, been there, done that. Matthew Stafford, I've been there, done that. I just have a little bit more faith in what they got going on with the Rams, just based on the importance of the game. I'm not sure if Sam Darnold's ready for it as opposed to Matthew Stafford. So I'm rocking with the Rams here. I'm rocking with the Rams. All right, and then finally, Green Bay Packers at the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm my bands from that corner. Whoa. What you got, dog?
Hit him low.
Hit them high. And watch our Eagles fly. Fly, Eagles
Fuck the
fly.
Packers, bro.
On the road to victory. Eagles.
Eagles. Oh yeah, I'm in there. I'm all in on Eagles.
Listen, I apologize, Green Bay. It ain't personal. Y'all brought out Christian Watson that last game. Tampa guy tore his ACL. Jordan Love. I don't know. I don't know. No offense to Green Bay Packer fans, but I'm rocking with the boys. So fly Eagles fly. Let's get it. All right. Moving on to the NBA really quickly. Is there anything else in the NFL that you wanted to get to? Anything that was at the top of mind? Any story? Oh, actually, I do have a question for you. From the 2024 season, what do you think was the biggest storyline in the NFL in the 2024 season? What was the biggest thing that kind of stood out to you?
Everybody crying about tight ends in fantasy football.
In what sense?
That everybody was like, I drafted so and so in the first and second round, and they're not doing anything for me.
Yeah,
that was annoying. But if I had to pick it tailored to the game, for me it would be the new homes found by two dominant running backs that should be the top of their craft, that went to better teams that deserve that from having to be stuck in purgatory for all these years and being good champs of staying there. One, giving up on you, and two, giving up on you thinking they're going to get you, but ended up losing to someone they didn't want to lose to, and they did. So I'm happy to see Saquon and Derrick Henry doing well.
And mine kind of is the same thing. It's just the reminder of the importance of having a running back on your team that can do some shit. Josh Jacobs in Green Bay, Joe Mixon in Houston, Saquon, Derrick Henry, obviously, J.K. Dobbins, what he was able to do early on with the Chargers. You could just see though across the board, running back, the shit matters, dog. The shit matters. So I would say that would be like the same things, pretty similar. Just running backs. The running back is important.
And put some respect on Jamar Chase's name.
Yeah, I mean, Triple Crown. I know, and that's the thing. Like going into this year, Buddy was just trying to get paid, and now you see why so many people sit out. Like, look, this is how good I am. I could honestly just not give y'all effort this year because y'all trying to get me hurt, but this is how good I am. So pay me, brother. Pay me. So he gonna get paid. So shout out to him for that. Running back is back. I'm just happy to see it. I'm just happy to say that out loud and actually it actually means something this time around. So shout out to the running backs. All right. Real quickly, NBA. I did a little bit of NBA this or that, just to kind of touch on some quick stories. So, Jimmy Butler, Bradley Beal, both of them are on a weird situation with their teams. And you look at the Heat; they've been in two NBA Finals in the last 5 years, all because of Jimmy Butler. And now it's like, I'm not happy here no more. And they look at Bradley Beal and Phoenix, they just can't get shit right. And Bradley Beal got moved to the bench. And this shit's happening. Talking about trade clauses and shit like that. So my question to you: who would you rather, not as a Knicks fan, but who would you rather have to take your team over the edge right this second? Jimmy Butler, remember he's 35 and all this shit, the money and everything like that, or Bradley Beal? Who do you think is better suited to take your team over to an NBA championship or just better than what you are right now? Who do you think is better suited for that?
Jimmy Butler.
Even at this age, he hasn't looked as good in the last couple of years or the last year and a half.
Jimmy Butler. I didn't think he wanted out, but it's definitely showing that he wants out. And his antics from last year, I was like, he wants to be there, but he wants out. I think Jimmy Butler is a competitor.
Where do you feel like Jimmy Butler would be best suited for right now?
Milwaukee would be nice. Golden State would be nice. Houston.
I like Milwaukee.
I really like Milwaukee.
That's my favorite one because Chris Middleton, I don't think he just got moved to the bench as well. I don't think he's it. I think you go Jimmy, Dame, and Giannis.
And they're adults. They're not kids.
Ooh, Jimmy, Dame, and Giannis would be crazy.
They're adults too. Like when he went to Minnesota, he was playing with kids.
Yeah.
He want to do that shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they try and put the Embiid thing back together and send PG back in. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know about that. We're screwed either way. It don't matter.
Bro, I have not heard Paul George's name in a long fucking time.
Hey, bro, don't get me started. I'm not talking about the Sixers today.
But pick one, I would definitely want to rock with Jimmy Butler. See how much we can get out of him. I love Bradley Beal, and I think he's a passionate dude. And I know he gave a speech to some kids one time, and he was like, "Nothing is promised," because he's like, "Me."
It was a good speech too.
it was really good, but and his speech is literally happening to him right now. So, I just think going to Phoenix, it'd be funny if Jimmy goes to Phoenix because I think that's another place that he could.
That's a place, yeah.
But I don't like Phoenix because of the two-headed monster that's there. That one, in my opinion, they're both self-centered in their own ways. Like one is just loves to hoop, and he won't sabotage your organization, but he'll up and leave because he's not loyal like that. And the other one is loyal, but like in my instance, just like a crybaby. So I just don't.
D-Book is gonna be a son for life, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't know. I just can't. I can't stand either player. And I don't like what Phoenix is doing, but maybe it works. Maybe somehow it works. You leaking, boy. You're leaking. Get sick. Get some vitamin C in you.
It's the allergies, brother. Allergies is crazy right now.
Yeah, I don't know, but I like both players. But if I had to pick one, I'd take Jimmy Butler. That's the guy.
All right. More impressive. Right now, SGA and Jokic are the two favorites for MVP. Jokic is averaging like 32, 14, and like 9, almost 10 assists, right? Meanwhile, SGA got the second youngest team in the NBA to the second best team in the league. Who has been most impressive, and who would be your MVP right now?
As much as I would love to give it to Jokic, I want new blood. Because, like, if this is what the standard is, the triple-double, it's too easy for him. And then we got to look at other accolades, like where's your team? Because, like, when he was one in the West and had those numbers, I get that. Give it to that boy all day. But when you're sitting at, like, 6th or 7th or whatever they're at right now, then there's some questions there. I think what Shea is doing, I think is more impressive because this is a team that's just stockpile draft pick, trade away big name player to bring in guy that could potentially be good, and it panned out. And they're building a team from the ground up, and he's been the focal point, and he's done a good job, and he's playing really good basketball. We can't take that away from him. Like, you just can't.
I think a lot of things have to be factored into it, but the notion of the triple double is just it's impressive. I'm not taking that away, but for some players, it's really easy now to do. Like Russ was doing it for a while, and he didn't get recognition until like the year he actually hit 10, 10, and 10 or whatever it was, 20, 12, and 10. You know,
I mean, no, Russ did it. Yeah, he did that shit 3 times or 4 times or whatever it was. So for him, that was one thing. That's a straight effort. For Jokic, his unathletic ass, I really don't know how he does it, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. It doesn't make any sense to me, dog.
Yeah, dude, you get the ball in the middle, everyone comes and gets you, kick it out to the guy that open. He hopes he makes a three. Oh wait, we paid a guy that can make a three, so that's what they do.
Yeah. All right. And then just looking at the East, the Knicks, 25-13. Karl Anthony Towns is playing out of his mind. Is this what you expected from the New York Knicks?
I wasn't rocking with Carl Winslow, wasn't rocking with him like that. But hey, it's working. I like what I'm seeing. Try to drag everybody through the mud. Look at Mikal Bridges, still ain't miss a game, picking up his game, being a lot better. OG doing his thing. My only thing that pisses me off is bench. I have a bench. We need a bench. I hate this style of Tibbs basketball because we're going to get to the end of the season, and I pray to God it's not Mikal Bridges is the one that gets hurt. Like I'm praying to God that's stats.
Yeah.
So we'll see, man. I'm liking what I see though. But Karl Anthony Towns is definitely doing his thing, and I like him being there. He's definitely a good trade chip from Julius Randle to get in there.
All right. And out west, Los Angeles Lakers, 20-16. Golden State, 18-18. And then Phoenix, obviously, 16-19. So the three superstars from the Olympics are kind of just, hanging in limbo. Who do you think will be the first to make the biggest move? Is it going to be LeBron with Lakers and they go get something crazy? You think Golden State goes after somebody like Jimmy Butler? Or you think Phoenix does something? Do you think Kevin Durant is going to be there at the end of the year? Like, who do you think out of those three is going to be like the craziest story in 2025?
I think if anyone does something, I think it's Golden State. I'm sick of like saying it's going to be the Lakers because they don't know what to do. Like Pelinka, I think he was a better agent than he is a GM. And I think the Warriors are just a better run organization as a whole. Like they find ways to get the things that they need.
Yeah.
And then Phoenix, I think they're a shit show in my opinion. I think something doesn't smell right over there, and it's like two guys that are trying to get along over there, and they just really can't. Like KD's like, I just want to hoop, and I don't know why this kid just always cries about everything. I can't stand it. So
they're 2-8 in their last 10. That's crazy, bro. Like Phoenix is just, I don't understand why they
don't have much either.
Like I knew the roster wasn't constructed properly, but still, like, damn, bro. I thought they were gonna be like, middle of the pack, third, fourth seed, losing the first, second round, and then call it a day. But they're not even in the play-in situation right now. Obviously, we're still in January, but damn, I don't know. But yeah, to me, if anybody's, I think the Lakers got to do something, bro. Like,
got rid of D'Lo. That's the best thing they could have done.
That's one cool move. But I just watched LeBron switch hands on the dunk last night. I'm just like, yo, he still got this shit in his bag. AD looks like he still can play. Like, y'all got to do AR-15. Austin Reeves is picking up his game. Like, there's a lot of good shit going on over here.
But they just got rid of the cancer, which was D'Lo. D'Lo had to go, man. Like, I was over hearing D'Lo. Yeah. That dude is like, send him to Brooklyn. Let him.
That was a good start. Send him to Ben Simmons.
Exactly. Let him, Ben Simmons, and what's the little midget guy, Cam Thomas? Like, let them go.
He can hoop, bro.
Man, it's because he's on a shitty team.
No, all he knows how to do is score. I don't think he can play defense. I don't think he can assist the ball. I don't think he can do anything else. But he can. You want somebody for buckets? That's 20 points every day, no matter what.
I agree, but like he doesn't move the meter for me. Someone's got to be good on that team.
That's true.
Somebody does.
They always say, no matter what, somebody got to score. It don't matter. Somebody got to put the ball in
Correct.
the bucket.
And if anybody goes there, D'Lo will be like, oh, this is my team now. And Cam's like, why you say fuck me for? I've been here long.
It's crazy. D'Lo got 2 stints with the Lakers, 2 stints with Brooklyn. He might be in Minnesota in 2 years.
Yeah, maybe Golden State calls him back. You never know.
Maybe Golden State gives him another run.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's all I got right now. I'm gonna go. I got allergies. I gotta go take care of that. So what's your 2025 New Year's resolution?
My 2025 New Year's resolution is to be a better communicator with people, as far as like how I want to be communicated with. Like if something bothers me, I'm gonna let you know. I think communication is key, and I've seen a lot of people, work-wise, friendship-wise, relationship-wise, lose a lot of things because they just don't communicate how they feel. So I'm bringing it upon myself to learn to communicate better, be more empathetic and sympathetic to certain situations, but also be a little selfish to myself of like how I want things to be done. And yeah, that's really it for myself.
For me, try not to let shit get to me so much. Cause like whenever I start getting like in my mood, then like my bad moods, it just starts to amplify. And it's always I just kind of add more fuel to the fire, and then I blow up. I don't want to do that this year. I want to keep my blood pressure low, keep my mental shit normal. So for me, it's just not letting things pile up. Just kind of just
communicate that. Let
yeah.
them know. Just let them know, hey, I'm upset because X, Y, and Z.
That's correct.
That's what you got to do. That's what I'm telling you. Like
that's correct.
Maybe you're part of the reason I'm doing this. Maybe you're not. You don't know. But I've seen a lot of people just lose a lot and change a lot, and I don't like that. And I preach it to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Communication is key. Even if it's kind of hurtful, at least you're letting somebody know how you feel. You should never be robbed of your own emotions. You should always express how you are. And if somebody says that you're soft or you're gay or whatever, it's not a good person to be around. Be yourself. Be who you are. And it should be okay to tell your friends that. So that's all I got.
I like that. We got a new A-Rod 2025. All right, bro. What can they find us at?
You can find us on Twitter at fair_weatherpod. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. TikTok is still a thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Search the Fair Weather Podcast. You can catch us there. Wherever you subscribe or listen to podcast audio, search the Fair Weather Podcast. You can also find us there as well. I got on my soapbox a little bit there at the end. Now it's your turn to dethrone me and tell them some good things for 2025.
I'm gonna have to say this for next week because my allergies is kicking my ass right now. So y'all behave, stay out of trouble, and when in doubt, just reach out. There he goes. When in doubt,
pull it out.
All right, he got to do that. Anyways, y'all, yeah, do that too, but reach out. Adios.